Jonathan from Hammond says chocolate is gross and so are almonds.
Oh.
Chocolate is not gross.
They're almonds.
No, they're not. They're not gross. It's not something I go crazy over. But
top 3 nut.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Boiled peanuts.
That's a good nut.
And then just regular peanuts at a baseball game.
Solid.
I had some boiled peanuts yesterday. I picked them up at the farmer's market. Which farmer's market did I hit? It wasn't the one in Canton. It was another one. Oh, I was out in Pearl. Yeah, I was out seeing Fowler GMC, Sound and Communications, and all that group. Boom. I stopped. I'd never stopped there before. It's right there on Highway 80. Nice people. And picked up some vegetables, but I also picked up some boiled peanuts. And I had not, I guess they'd been in the refrigerator for like 4 or 5 days.
Nice.
I pulled them out yesterday. They were great. I was hungry. Worked out really well. Drug Dog is on the Dancing Rabbit Golf text line, and he says cardiologists all across the country are celebrating the new McDonald's Big Arch Burger. Hell yeah, they are.
Maybe they're celebrating.
And the diabetes docs. What did we decide they are? Endocrinologists?
Endocrinologists.
I think that could be wrong, but it sounded good.
That's right.
Okay.
And
if you're an endocrinologist, you want to practice in Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, or Louisiana, or Tennessee.
Yeah.
Right?
Why would you go?
You don't want to practice in like South Beach.
No.
People take care of themselves and work out.
You want to shoot fish.
Eat salads, lots of fish. I'm thinking like Laguna Beach.
Yeah, you ain't going out there. What?
I don't know if that would work.
No.
But this this is the spot to be for heart disease and diabetes.
No question.
Okay. We're live in the Bank Plus studio, out of bounds, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. Evidently, I just figured out the healthcare system in 6 seconds.
To be fair, they also probably created the new burger.
Yeah, I bet Big Pharma
colluded,
paid McDonald's to come out with the Big Arch Burger.
Hey, we need to boost these up a little bit.
Right.
Here you go, bud.
Right.
We'll make sure everything's good on our end.
Yes. No doubt about it.
That's a joke to me.
What? Mike Tomlin, stop it.
They doubled the Big Mac calories.
It's only 1,100 calories.
That's just
why not? Right?
Back in the day, the big thing was the double Big Mac meal.
Was it?
Which was right around 1,100 calories.
Yeah, I've never had a Big Mac.
What? Yeah, you have. I don't believe that.
I've never had a Big Mac.
I do not believe that.
No. Now, there was a time in high school where I would eat a quarter pounder.
Okay.
But I've never had a Big Mac.
Right,
so that again, that goes back to the sauce. It's Thousand Island on there, right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's their variation of
gross.
Whatever.
So no, I've never had a Big Mac. But in high school, I back when you had to eat a million calories to get between each sport, you just played all year.
Jeez. Yeah.
I would eat a quarter pounder. Yeah. But I've never had a Big Mac, thank God. Because you know what this proves for me?
We have a saying around our place, we eat off the floor. And if you're willing to eat off the floor, you can be special.
And I was. So, no, I remember that sauce, and I remember thinking I'll never have one of those.
Are you kidding me?
Ever.
That's weak.
Ever.
That sauce is phenomenal.
It's awful.
Yeah,
I bet if you poured that sauce on that granite countertop over there, it'd melt it.
I thought you were about to say the granite would taste good.
No. I'm talking about it would melt the granite. Yeah.
Eventually it would eat.
I bet if we poured that sauce in the middle of this floor, we have hardwood floors in the studio. They're really pretty. We have hardwood floors in the middle, not in the middle, in the studio.
Right.
If we poured Big Mac sauce in the middle of that floor and came back a week later, there'd be a hole in the floor and I could stare down in the Beagle Bagels kitchen.
It would eat. Oh, I don't know if it's that bad.
Okay.
It's probably terrible for you.
Okay.
I figured I'm a Big Mac connoisseur for a little while.
You were a Big Mac connoisseur?
I would drill Big Macs.
But what is that? They're all, how are you, it's only one Big Mac. So you're not a connoisseur.
No, I need a connoisseur.
Like wine, there's so many varietals, and they're from countries all over the world. in different years and vintages, all that.
I'm glad. That
Cigars, like we'll be at Spring Street Cigars tomorrow from 10 a.m. to noon. Come see us for lunch. That there's Rocky Patel's and Davidoff's and Fuentes and so on.
Yeah, they nailed
Liga
it.
Privadas.
Adam's G on the text line. He takes every city's. Yeah, I love that you really expect McDonald's to have food congruent the whole way through. No way. They're all going to mess it up.
Really?
Yeah, it differs.
What is it? Wendy's would on Twitter X.
Yeah.
They would absolutely hammer McDonald's for never having their milkshake blender working.
Yes.
And something like they had this little slogan about you can always get a Frosty here.
Yes.
You know.
I mean, it got to the point where they had to have dedicated accounts and, feeds dedicated to which Frosty machines even work. There's an app where you can literally pull it up and see which ones work in the area.
Guys, I don't have time for that speculation.
We love you, Mike Tomlin. We love you. I mean, is he my favorite coach?
I don't know why he's not. He's everything in the coach.
Here's what I said about a Big Mac when I was little.
Never say never, but never.
That's what I said. I don't remember what year it was because I don't remember what year I got introduced to McDonald's. But that's what I said when I saw a Big Mac.
Never say never, but never.
Yeah.
I can see you eating a McRib.
Never had a McRib sandwich. God. I mean, hey, I want to die today. Okay, let's go order that. Good God.
It's disgusting.
Oh, good Lord. I mean,
just trying to find some recruits.
Yeah, so are we. All right. Good morning. Welcome into the Out of Bounds show. Let's get an Out of Bounds roll call going from you to us. The text line 601-885-3776. That's the Dancing Rabbit Golf text line. Want to say good morning. Welcome in. How are you listening to the show? 105.9 The Zone or streaming. Where are you listening from? And have you had a Big Mac or a quarter pounder in the last 2 months? How about that?
Yeah.
All right. I did. Y'all know I do stop at Dairy Queen in McGee on the way down the coast or back. And I feel good about that. So what was the last fast food I had? Oh, gosh, Jackson. What was the last fast food I had? Does Five Guys count?
Yes.
Okay. When I left the Beau Rivage a couple of weeks ago, when I met my buddies down there, I stopped at Five Guys in D'Iberville. There.
I do count that. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it should be counted.
Is it? No, but you got to go in.
Yeah, you got to go in.
It's QSR.
Yeah. Ooh.
I don't know.
So, I mean, is that way? Are we meaning that like a drive-through window qualifies you as a fast
I think
food?
so.
Is that
but
what we're
I mean,
doing?
is that where we're going to set the?
I don't know if I'm ready to do that.
Okay. All right. Do we need you to eat one of these?
Yes.
I'll
do it.
Whatever this is, garbage.
Oh, drill that thing.
So I don't know if we can get one that early in the morning. We'll have to do it later and just run the YouTube. Because they're not going to have one at 9:30.
Unless we know a cook.
Huh?
Unless we got a cook that's listening.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
That's going to be tough.
That's
I don't
not
think
going to work.
They won't cook it that early. But we go live after the show.
Yes. At like 11 o'clock.
Oh,
I'll go get one. I don't
kill
even know
one.
where a McDonald's is, but I mean, you can find one somewhere.
Y'all, there's not one out here, is it? In Madison?
Oh, I'm sure there is.
Is there? Okay, yeah.
I don't know where. But, Highway 51 over there by MRA.
There it is.
Yep. Bam.
Yep.
All right. So we are the Out of Bounds show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. This guy's got kids 6 and 9. It's easy and cheap to eat at McDonald's, and kids love it.
No doubt.
So I absolutely had a quarter pounder, and you know what? It's pretty good, and their fries always have been great. Okay.
Oof.
I think that was something that was, again, things that we say as humans, right? And then we say it and say it and say it, and then we believe it. I think their fries are solid, but we started saying in the 80s that they were great. It's definitely a great way to get seed oil in your diet, right? which is terrible for you. All right, I'm going to get off that because that's kind of – let's get into Steve Spurrier stuff. All right, Chris Doering, who's a friend of the show, All-American wide receiver at Florida, good dude. And we hit it off at Turquoise Place 12, 13, 14 years ago when they used to do SEC Beach Fest, which was a ton of fun. Can't believe they pulled that off, but it was a great time. And CD played for Spurrier, walk-on All-American, 9 years in the NFL, which is a hell of a story. From walk-on All-American wide receiver at Florida, 9 years in the NFL. Ridiculous. And y'all see him on the SEC network. So he comes out with these Steve Spurrier Awards because that's his coach and he loves him, right? And Dan Mullen won the Coach of the Year, first year at UNLV, won 10 games or something, and did a hell of a job out in the middle of the desert. And then they did some other awards. Well, Kirby Smart showed up. Kirby faced Steve Spurrier as a player at Georgia. Y'all all know that the Georgia-Florida cocktail party is a big deal. Mario Cristobal played at Miami. Now he coaches at Miami. He showed up, among others. I saw Warfel and Jesse Palmer, and y'all know that the Florida Gators have an enormous amount of star power from the Spurrier Urban days, right? And even prior to that, Emmett played for Galen Hall or somebody. I don't remember. But the point is, they had the Spurrier Awards down in Gainesville, and it was super, super awesome. Well, Kirby Smart and Mario Cristobal made it fun because they absolutely just got after each other. And everybody was laughing and having fun. This is Kirby Smart talking about Mario Cristobal and the fact that Steve Spurrier won more conference championships at Duke than Mario has won at Miami.
And he came up to me, he's like, you ought to start getting on some protein shakes. You've had too many carbs. And I said, well, you probably ought to spend some time with Steve Spurrier because he won more conference championships at Duke than you have in Miami.
That's pretty good right there. That was Kirby Smart, a zinger at Mario Cristobal. And so this is going to go. I'm proud of my guy, CD, for putting this together. He's a mortgage broker, too, by the way. He owns a mortgage company. And, of course, he does all the work for the SEC network. And when we were in school in the mid-'90s, the thing to say, and again, Jackson will think this is ridiculous, but his dad was the same way. We didn't have phones. So we just watched college football together and then, hung out. We had landlines. But the one thing that we would say is, what does Chris Doering always do? He just catches touchdowns. I mean, he was always catching a touchdown in the red zone. So hell of a wide receiver and does a great job covering SEC football and college football. But I thought that was funny, Kirby Smart with a zinger at Mario Cristobal. He kind of throws one, not necessarily at this next one at John Summerall, but at Florida, because he's talking about Steve Spurrier's daughter. And Steve Spurrier's daughter is a realtor in Gainesville. You can imagine she probably does pretty well. If I was her, I'd have kept my maiden name, or at least it would be a joint, whatever her name is. Let's say it's Melissa Spurrier or whatever. But, because, when you show up at tonight at a little get together and you're like, yeah, I'm Melissa Spurrier. Well, that couple wants to list their home with you, right? I mean, Spurrier is, even with all that star power, Tebow, Warfel, Emmett, we could go on and on. Spurrier is the guy down there, right?
I mean,
he won a Heisman when they weren't a power, and then he made them a power starting in 1990. Like, people like Jackson's age don't realize that Florida was not a power.
No.
Bear Bryant said, back in the 70s, he said, if they ever wake up down there, they've got everything they need to be a powerhouse. And then eventually they hired the chosen one and the chosen son and asked him to come back home. He was at Duke, and the rest is history, and he put them on the map, right? This is Kirby talking about Spurrier's daughter as a realtor, but he's talking to John Summerall, the new Florida coach.
I don't know why you're over here laughing too now. Coach Summerall, I got to ask you a question. How about, is your your daughter is a realtor. Did I hear that right? Is she the best realtor in Gainesville?
Yeah. One of the best.
One of the best. Okay. Well, you're the fourth coach I've played since being at Georgia, so she's getting a lot of money sold houses. She's going through them. And I have tremendous respect for this town. I had no idea how great a basketball town this really was.
Man, I'm in enemy territory too. I got a feeling some of you are on Kirby's side. But no, you guys are super professional. I never felt so welcome in enemy territory, except last year at the Swamp, 41-17. But
Mario with a shot at the end. So that was Kirby talking to Steve Spurrier on the stage, but he's pointing out at John Summerall talking about 4 coaches coming and going since he took over at the University of Georgia. And his first year was 2016 at UGA, leaving the University of Alabama, as y'all know, as defensive coordinator for Nick Saban and taking over at his alma mater. That was pretty good, wasn't it?
That's good.
Your daughter must be making a lot of money selling houses with all the coaches that you go through. And then Mario comes in and with the zinger and, hey, yeah, we beat you 41-17 last year. So they were having a ton of fun at the first annual Steve Spurrier Awards, in which Chris Doring, who played wide receiver for Spurrier, walk on to All-American, put those on. Absolutely brilliant of CD.
Smooth.
Right? I mean, he whoever came up with it, I don't know, but
Right.
he did it.
Right.
And that will do well going forward because Spurrier's such an icon.
Yeah.
And a great coach and so on. So those were pretty good, didn't you think?
I like those. Those are good.
Yeah.
That's good. And they are all 1,000% serious. They are joking, but they are not joking whatsoever.
I didn't know that Kirby Smart and Mario Cristobal could get up there
The depth.
and have that much fun.
Yeah.
That was
Well,
pretty awesome.
I mean-
Not all coaches can do that. Not all people can do that. In that kind of environment, up on stage, it's totally improv.
Yeah.
They're not going by script. They're just there's no scripts. They're just up there
true.
to keep the banquet going because most sports banquets are
Stale.
boring.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather you start pulling out my fingernails.
Ugh.
It's just unbelievable. And because we still run sports banquets like it's 1982.
Dang right.
And that's not awesome. So anyway, that was fun, and they were having a good time. And it looked like it was at Spurrier. I didn't know does he have a restaurant and bar?
I didn't know that.
I have to go back and look. I'm going to text CD in the Chris Doring during the break.
He sure does.
Okay,
Spurrier's-
I thought I read that right.
Spurrier's Gridiron Grill.
Spurrier's Gridiron Grill.
How original.
Good hell. All right. Well, there you go. We are the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone, brought to you by Total Transportation of Mississippi. Apply today for a great job. They're offering nationwide and regional routes. You go to totalms.com, apply right there on the front page. Weekly pay and monthly bonuses, full benefits, paid vacation, powered by Total Transportation of Mississippi. TotalMS.com. Richard DeWeese, live in studio at 9:30 today.
WRKS Pickens Jackson.
All systems go.
Live from the Whiskey 61 Lounge inside the Bank Plus studio.
This is Out Warning.
Live in the studio. It's the Out of Bounds Show with Bo Bounds. Streaming live worldwide on the Out of Bounds radio app. And on your radio at ESPN 105.9. All set? Let's go. The Zone.
Woo!
Anybody else got any questions about any college jobs? There's not a booster with a big enough blank check.
I love that. We are the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. I'm your host, Bo Bounds. Show is brought to you by the Rack of Lamb entree and bacon appetizer, Kessler Prime in the Renaissance, KesslerPrime.com to make a reservation. We're streaming live on the Out of Bounds radio app and the Zone1059.com. Congratulations to Southern Miss for blowing out Alabama in baseball. Congratulations to Mississippi State and Ole Miss for continuing to win. Both 9-0? Yeah. And again, the Dogs will head to Arlington, Texas, and Ole Miss will head out to Houston, Texas, and Southern Miss will be back at home this weekend after going to Round Rock and winning 3 Power 4 games. That will be, I guess, their 4th Power 4 game last night, win of the year. And they smoked the Alabama Crimson Tide. So that was at home, by the way. That was at Pete Taylor Park. So that was cool.
Anyone else?
That's what Southern Miss is saying.
Anyone else?
After beating Purdue and whoever else I said, Baylor and somebody else over the weekend, and then they take out Alabama. Just sent Alabama packing last night. Here it is right here. Purdue, Oregon State, and Baylor last weekend, and then they beat Bama last night. Boom. And Mississippi State and Southern Miss will play next week. We'll be there. We'll do a show from Spring Street Cigars in Hattiesburg. We'll be live from Spring Street Cigars tomorrow, 10 a.m. to noon. Live from Spring Street Cigars inside the Rogue Men's Store building. We'll be live from Spring Street Cigars tomorrow, 10 a.m. to noon. And they're throwing a big cigar party with all kinds of big names from the cigar industry that I need to get so that I can share with you. But they're going to have promos and all sorts of things going on. It's going to be a big day. We'll be there tomorrow, 10 a.m. to noon, Spring Street Cigars in Jackson in the iconic Rogue building, 10 a.m. to noon, Spring Street Cigars tomorrow. All right, cool. Was there anything else I was supposed to get? Oh, I was wrong. This was not the first year. It was the 5th annual Steve Spurrier Awards. I missed the first 4. So, and CD Chris Doring just texted me and said, last year Dabo killed it. And I thought that would be tough to beat, but Kirby and Mario did it. Yeah. So that was great. What Kirby Smart and Mario Cristobal did last, a couple of nights ago, whatever, at the Spurrier Awards was fantastic. Didn't you think it was funny?
You like to see when those kind of guys are able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because you would never see it anywhere else, right? Like, it's not happening.
Right.
You're never going to see it anywhere else. And in that setting, it's more than welcomed. It's what you want.
Oh?
That's everything. It's a banquet. You know how boring the thing is?
Yes. They made it fun.
That's a fun banquet.
That's a fun banquet. Yeah. When you have people up on stage moving around and engaging with the audience and things like that, and they roasted each other.
Right.
I mean, that's what, we watched Tom Brady get roasted and
it was awesome.
Several other people. Ricky Gervais roasted Hollywood several years when he hosted whatever the hell it was. I don't remember which awards it was. Was it the Golden Globes? No, it was something else.
Yeah, I don't think he's welcome back.
Oscars?
Was it?
No, he did it 5 times. He's welcome back. even though he hammered Tom Hanks, which was great, among other people. Anyway, my point is Mario Cristobal and Kirby Smart played the role of roasters perfectly down in Gainesville at the 5th annual Spurrier Awards. And they did a great job, and they brought everybody in, and it was great. It was awesome. So that was a ton of fun to watch.
I'm assuming Spurrier was emceeing.
No, I actually think CD was.
Okay. Oh, yeah, he was. Yeah.
I think Chris Doring was, but Spurrier was up there a good bit of the time because as I was watching the video, they're all kind of up there moving around. But give Kirby Smart and Mario Cristobal credit for making it a ton of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's laughing in there.
Bunch of millionaires.
What?
Bunch of millionaires. They ought to be able to laugh.
Well, not everybody in there, but yes, there were evidently several.
The people that were involved in the conversation were definitely millionaires.
Well, yeah, I mean, Kirby's making $13 million a year. And Cristobal, now after the Miami run to the national championship game, he was already well compensated, and I would have to believe that he'll end up in that, $10 million range.
Yeah.
But Kirby and Lane are up there in that 12 to 13 million, and Dabo and a couple, and then there's
what's Summerall grab?
Now, I don't know what he went to Florida for, but let's just say 7 million.
Yeah, I mean minimum, right?
44, I guess he was making around 2.5 to 3 at Tulane.
40. Wow, yeah, 44.7 over 6 years, so 7.5.
Okay,
7.45. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, for our listeners, John Summerall is the new head football coach for the Florida Gators. He was at Troy and Tulane. He won 4 straight conference championships: 2 at Troy, 2 at Tulane, and now he's at Florida. And I expect them to win. Dan Mullen won the Spurrier Coach of the Year award for his unbelievable season at first year at UNLV. I don't remember what they went 10-3 or something.
Yes,
lost to Boise twice in the bowl game, I think. But it could be. Is that right?
But they won 11. I'll look.
Okay, but he played a championship game. Yeah. They had to go to Boise for the Mountain West Championship. They'd already lost to them in the regular season, I think. And then they went down in the bowl game in the Dallas area and lost that game. But they won at least 10. So he had a really, really good year with UNLV.
10.
Okay.
10 more.
Yeah.
They won 10.
There you go. You're right on top of it.
UNLV twice, like you said. New Mexico, that was that weird one.
Oh, okay.
They lost to Boise State, and then they had an off week, and then boom, New Mexico.
Okay, I was wrong. According to one of our listeners, USM plays at La Tech.
La Tech.
Is Lane Burroughs still there, I assume? Feel like he's been there forever. Surprised he hasn't made the jump. I would think he's been close, but he left the John Cohen Mississippi State baseball nest pretty early, maybe 12 or 13, and then took the La Tech job. Interesting.
12.
Okay. Interesting that he was, and then he's not been able to get to the Power Four. I guess you just need a couple more regionals. And then you got somebody like Mingione who was able to go from assistant coach to head coach at the University of Kentucky. Interesting.
He's made regionals 4 out of the last 6 years.
Who has? Lane Burroughs?
Yeah.
Nice. Good for him.
3 out of 5.
3 out of 5. Good for him. He was part of that group, Cohen, Butch Thompson, Lane Burroughs, that rebuilt the program. Dean Scott Grawl will join us next. The Mississippi State University, Dean and College of Business. And they're throwing a get-together out in Arlington this weekend for the Saturday game. So if you're a business major, you're flying into Dallas-Fort Worth, or a business grad, they're going to be we'll tell you more about that, but they rented a space at Globe Life Park, and they're going to be hosting people for the 3:00 game on Saturday at Globe Life Park, Arlington, Texas, powered by the Mississippi State University College of Business. Richard DeWeese live in studio at 9:30. All right. I'm excited about this weekend. Heading to the Dallas area, Arlington, Texas, for a big college baseball tournament at Globe Life Field, and the Mississippi State Bulldogs baseball team, undefeated, will be playing 3 games at Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. So that's exciting. They'll start off with Arizona State on Saturday and then play through the weekend. Tech and UCLA. It's going to be a ton of fun. And the Mississippi State University College of Business is going to be there. And I think that's exciting too, and a great call by Dean Scott Grawl and his team to entertain alums and meet new alums and connect with them. So we thought it'd be a good time to bring on Dean Scott Grawl, the Dean of the College of Business at Mississippi State University. They've got a tremendous amount of momentum, great things happening within the College of Business in Starkville. And we welcome in Scott Grawl on ESPN 105.9 The Zone and the Out of Bounds Show. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well. But who's not doing well the morning after another big win from the baseball team?
That's right. 9-0 for our listeners, our guest. This is still cool to me. He played college at Iowa State, but was recruited by Ron Polk while Coach Polk was at Mississippi State. Do you remember the first time you either talked to him or received a letter from Coach Polk, Scott?
Yes, I do. And in fact, I still have that letter. Because at the time, Mississippi State, one of the elite and still is one of the elite programs in the country, that meant a whole lot. And of course, being the godfather of college baseball, anytime you get any type of communication from him, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it is. All right, so you decide to stay close to home, and then years later you become the dean of the College of Business at Mississippi State. And you told me the story, y'all connected at some point within the first few months you were in Starkville, right?
Yes, we did. And it's one of those things, as soon as I arrived on campus, there were a number of different folks, hey, we got to get you guys connected and so forth. And had a chance to meet with him at his house, which is absolutely amazing. And since then, we've had a few different times to talk. And one of the things that I've actually enjoyed, my wife and I are also season ticket holders for the women's basketball team, and Coach Polk is there an awful lot. And one of my daughters was with me for one of the games. I had a chance to go over and introduce her to Coach Polk, and then I got to tell her the whole story and so forth. So that was a lot of fun for me too. That's
awesome. Dean Scott Grawl on the Out of Bounds Show, Mississippi State University College of Business. So I love what y'all are doing, and we have people listening all over, and there will be people flying in and driving in to this baseball tournament, as you know, at Globe Life Field this weekend. And then there'll be just alums from the Dallas-Fort Worth metro area that will come in. Y'all are doing business, Bulldogs, and baseball. Tell me what's happening Saturday at Globe Life Field, Scott.
Yeah, so one of the things that we're doing, we've basically combined this ball game with a Club 1915 event. And you and I have talked a little bit about Club 1915, which is our effort to really engage our College of Business alumni. Like I've said before, your 4 years here as a student is only the beginning of your Bulldog business journey, and we're here for you throughout your entire career, helping you in networking and lifelong learning and so forth. And we just want to make sure that we get a chance to get together with our alums. So we've got a spot on the Texas Terrace there at Globe Life Field. We're excited. We initially reserved, I think, 50 tickets, and they disappeared in a heartbeat, which was absolutely music to my ears. Yeah. To know that we've got a strong group of business alumni in that Dallas-Fort Worth area who are excited to get together. Baseball may have had something to do with getting everybody there. It's not just to hear me talk about what's going on in the College of Business, but they're going to have to hear me anyway. But sure. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's networking and just getting a chance to reconnect our alums with one another.
And what a great place to do it, at a Major League Baseball ballpark with a team that's ranked in the top 5. And as you said, 9-0. And every win matters. Okay, let's switch gears. We're visiting with Dean Scott Graw, Mississippi State University, Dean of the College of Business School. They're throwing an awesome, awesome party and network get-together this Saturday at Globe Life Field for the 3 o'clock game on Saturday. You can go to business.msstate.edu, and Dean Scott Graw wants you to join the Club 1915 to make the College of Business better. Let's talk about that. How about Brian O'Connor? And have you had a chance to meet him? And how about them starting off 9-0 as a former college baseball player at Iowa State?
I have not had a chance to meet him quite yet, but it's so much fun. The energy that first weekend there at Dudy Noble and just around campus. One of the things that even just walking over to the game yesterday at about 3:30, just seeing, it wasn't a huge crowd there yesterday, but people were excited to get there early and enjoy this team in this season. It's so much fun to bring that energy back. People love their college baseball here in Starkville and throughout the state, and that's just fun for me. Being a former college baseball player, especially at a school that I was at Iowa State for the last 13 years. They dropped their baseball program over 20 years ago, and it's absolutely heartwarming to be at a place where people are passionate about college baseball.
Scott Graw on the Out of Bounds Show, Dean of the College of Business at Mississippi State University. Now, y'all are going to be, in a couple of weeks, you'll be down at the Mississippi Gulf Coast for that Mississippi State baseball game too. Is that right, Scott?
It is. We're going to be, down there March 10th in Biloxi for the base. I think my team has figured out if there's a baseball game, it's pretty easy to get me to show up to an event, and we can create an event around these things. So we're going to follow the team down there. I believe they're playing Tulane that night. And we've got I think it's the party deck there down the third baseline, and we've got plenty of tickets available for that one. So anybody who wants to join us for that event, they can certainly reach out to us, and we'd be happy to hook them up and get together again, network with other business alumni, and cheer on the Bulldogs to another win.
Let's talk about someone listening in the state or out of state as we wrap this up, and they've done well in some kind of company that they've worked for. They're 40 to 55-ish years old, or they started a business and they've done well, and they are a College of Business graduate. You want them to get in touch with you because you want to talk to them about all the excitement and momentum within the College of Business, right?
Yes, one of the things I really enjoy, one of the best parts of my job is getting out and talking with our alums who have had success in their careers and just hearing their Bulldog story. Tell me about your time at Mississippi State. Tell me what happened next, and let's see how we can get you connected with the college. That story resonates very well with a lot of our students. I am happy to sit down, meet anybody anywhere in the state, and you know what? I'll go beyond the state just to talk business, talk Mississippi State, and find a way to get you plugged back in to our College of Business here, because there's a lot of value you can offer these students coming through today.
They've got a lot of good things going on the campus of Mississippi State University. Business.msstate.edu. Get in touch with Dean Scott Graw this week. And Scott, I will see you out in Arlington, Texas. We appreciate your time today.
I look forward to it. Thank you very much for your time as well.
Scott Graw, Dean of the College of Business at Mississippi State University, and that's business.msstate.edu. We're live in the Bank Plus studio. SEC Insider Hit. Coming up next, Richard DeWeese live in studio at 9:30. Oh, good morning. Welcome into the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. Go ahead and join the Club 1915 as part of the College of Business at Mississippi State University. Anybody can do that. That gets you involved, and then you can take another step or two, depending on where you are. Business.msstate.edu. Business.msstate.edu. We are the Out of Bounds Show, 105.9 The Zone, ESPN. That's pretty cool. They went through 50 tickets like that for their Globe Life Field party Saturday, the College of Business. Business, Bulldogs, and baseball. That's smart. That's what Dean Scott Graw's doing for the business school. They'll be down at the Mississippi Gulf Coast, too, at MGM Park in a couple of weeks for the game. I think he said against Tulane. And that's always been fun to play down there. I was either there last year or the year before. I can't remember. But MGM Park's a fun spot, too. Right across the street from the Beau Rivage and the Hard Rock, and right by Mary Mahoney's, as all y'all know. So we are the Out of Bounds Show, 105.9 The Zone, ESPN. Lunch and dinner is brought to you by Taste Italian Kitchen in the Renaissance. Taste Italian Kitchen, fabulous food. They've got private dining rooms, all kinds of fun stuff. Their bar is beautiful. And tasteitaliankitchen.com to make a reservation. There's also one in Starkville that's an absolutely beautiful restaurant. So one in Starkville, one in Ridgeland, and there's more coming. But tasteitaliankitchen.com. We'll keep you up to date on that as we have listeners all over the Southeast. And one of the markets that we do very well in as far as live streams and podcasts, they'll be heading that way soon. So that's exciting. Taste Italian Kitchen in the Renaissance. Bo Bounds, Straight Funk with you. Richard DeWeese will join us at 9:30 here in studio. MRA won last night the overall title at Mississippi College. It was his last game, 44th year at MRA. So 44th year at Madison Ridgeland Academy. And he will join us in 1 hour in studio. Also, we were talking about the fifth annual Steve Spurrier Awards, or Spurrier Awards, I guess is a better way to put it. And I'm kind of pumped up, y'all, because I really got into the audio, and we'll drop some more. We'll drop Kirby again on Mario Cristobal not winning as many championships, conference championships, as Spurrier did at Duke. But they had the fifth annual awards, and Chris Doring, former Gator great, now with the SEC Network. I mentioned I was going to text him a couple of breaks ago, and I did, and we went back and forth, and he invited me to come down next year. So I'm going.
Yeah.
If you've listened to the show, you know I've been obsessed with Steve Spurrier for a long time. I've been obsessed with him since I was in high school, and he went to Florida. Then my college days, he was at Florida. And then after that, he was at Florida. Then he left abruptly. I think that surprised us all to go to the Washington Redskins. And then he comes back and goes to South Carolina, which is kind of crazy. If he would have waited 5 more minutes, he'd have been at LSU, which is scary. I mean, he won 11 games 3 years in a row at South Carolina. Now, how good are you if you do that? You're really, 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 really good. Can you imagine if you would have dropped him at LSU? Holy smokes.
Was that Steven Garcia out there?
Yeah.
That was that years? Okay.
Yeah. That was one of his core. And Connor Shaw. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He was a little baller, man.
He was.
That kid could play. Tough as all get out. Dual threat guy. Took shots. Number 14, I think, at South Carolina.
He was good.
And that kid could play. One of those that was just, he wasn't a pro player, but he was a really good college player.
Like a resilient type player.
Yeah, man. He was like Fitz and Matt Corral and all those guys take shot after shot and get up. Dak and Dart, just guys that get hit a lot over the course of a season. Connor Shaw was damn good. Steven Garcia was good. Crazy, but good. We've had him on the show. He was funny as hell.
Good, crazy.
When we had him, he was living in Tampa, I think, doing one-on-one QB stuff, but I'm not sure where he is now. He's been pretty funny on the Twitters, but yeah, he had Steven Garcia. Well, I think it was I think Shaw was, no, I don't remember, honestly. But he won 11 games 3 years in a row, went to the SEC championship in Atlanta. I know he went once. He beat Dabo 5 times in a row in a series where Clemson has absolutely and totally dominated. In fact, it's amazing that Clemson kept him around, and then Dabo turned it around and, of course, would go on to build that at but Dabo was still winning. He just couldn't get past Spurrier in that series. In fact, I don't think that ever happened where South Carolina won that many games in a row. If it had, it'd probably been 100 years before. But Clemson dominated that series. And Dabo could not beat Spurrier. I didn't realize Dabo was the kind of featured coach last year. And CD told me, Chris Doring told me during the break that he didn't think anybody could trump Dabo. And the fact that Kirby Smart and Mario Cristobal were at the Spurrier Awards and they did it, they kind of trumped him, was great. Let's drop Kirby Smart on Mario Cristobal. He's taken a shot at Mario and the fact that Steve Spurrier had more conference championships at Duke than Mario has at Miami.
And he came up to me, he's like, you ought to start getting on some protein shakes. You've had too many carbs. And I said, well, you probably ought to spend some time with Steve Spurrier because he won more conference championships at Duke than you have at Miami. And he came up to me.
All right, so people got to get off Kirby. They're giving him a hard time about being a little chunky. Lane Kiffin ripped him during the season. Lane's works out every day, whatever the hell he's doing, hot yoga or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And so there was some back and forth there, and Lane mentioned Kirby's getting a little thick.
Yep.
Kirby is he's
thick.
He's pork chop and taters thick.
Yeah.
Yet he played in the secondary at Georgia.
Crazy.
He didn't wear the right number. He wore number 32. You can't wear 30. I mean, Ronnie Lott can wear 42 because he's one of the greatest of all time.
Right.
Kirby needed, single digits looks better back there.
No doubt.
9, 7, 3, 2. That's secondary.
Those numbers were taken.
Okay. I mean, you can wear 11, my favorite number. Isaiah, 80s. 22, Will Clark. 23, Ricky. But you can't wear 32.
Nah.
That's what a fullback wears.
That's right.
Fullback, yep. It's a weird number. It doesn't really look good. And, that's all I can say about it.
He is. He's got 3 C's, though, behind the thick.
Oh, 3 championships?
No, well, 3 C's, THICCC. He's thick.
Oh, yeah. Kirby has put on a couple of pounds.
Yeah.
I think Kirby is a blue plate guy.
Oh, my gosh.
I think, everywhere in the South we have restaurants that we represent that have amazing blue plates.
Terrible.
Like Martin's in Livingston.
Big time.
Blues Barbecue, Dogwood, Flowwood.
Heater.
Among others. Fleetway Market Cafe, Gluckstadt. Athens has some blue plate eateries. Okay? Now, I don't know which one is Kirby's favorite. I wish I did. But they get he has an unlimited budget. So they're ordering 15 plates a day because you can't leave because God knows you got to work every minute of every day to try to get an edge on Miami and Notre Dame and LSU and Ohio State.
Yep.
But don't you think he's a blue plate guy?
I know he's a blue plate.
He's not a salad guy. Remember, Saban ordered the same thing every day, a turkey salad.
Yeah.
Because God forbid, you remember what they would write about, and we all swooned over it and just loved it. He can't think about what he's going to order because that 30 seconds would take him away from the University of Alabama football. Seriously. I remember Tom Deanhart and others writing these pieces about him early on in his Alabama career. And Saban ate the same thing He really is a robot. He's not human. I think when you cut Saban,
Yep.
you'll see like wires and different, things in him. It's not blood.
It'll be metal shards.
Yeah, he's a different dude. But he had a turkey salad, which I'm fine with the turkey salad, but I don't want one every day. Right?
No.
Right. I want to smash a cheeseburger or a blue plate or something.
Didn't he always have a little Debbie with him?
Those were in the morning. Those were in the morning. He would eat one or two. He moved around a lot to not be a big guy.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's still fit today, and he was fit all during his coaching career, but he would hit one or two little Debbie, what are they called?
Oatmeal cream pie.
Thank you. Then he'd have a turkey salad at lunch, and I don't know what he had for dinner. I know this. Pete Jenkins told us a story, longtime defensive line coach, Mississippi State at Sherrill, Mississippi State under Sherrill, LSU, Alabama, among others, and he's consulted for everybody. He told us when they walked in the Baton Rouge restaurant, this was within the first couple of years, Saban was at LSU, and Nick had to go to the restroom. So they're walking in. I guess it's a crew of coaches. They're either recruiting or something. And he goes, just order for me.
Yeah.
I can't deal with it. I love that. It's just so over the top. That's so extreme. And we're so extreme. Like, we love hearing that our coaches can't even think about ordering lunch. They're thinking about our players. And so Pete Jenkins told that story of Saban was like, I'm going to the restroom, just order for me. It's that whole, hand up against your forehead. I just can't deal with it. I just can't do it.
Weak.
You don't like that? Well, see, somebody like you will sit there and look at a menu for 10 minutes.
So make sure I get what I want.
Which drives me crazy.
Dude, I'm here to sit down. I'm going to take my time.
You take your time in everything.
That's a good point.
I've never seen anybody take so much time in doing things.
Yeah,
It's got to be a Clinton thing.
There's a direct correlation between that and lack of stress.
Yeah, I like when you and I were at Martin's in Livingston, it took you forever to order.
Yeah, I had to, look, you got to narrow it down.
I don't even understand what in the hell is going on. Well, it goes back to will you pull up the Cody Sanchez piece where she talked about people ordering coffee? Because that somewhat applies to you, and I like you. But I think this should be taught in every high school. Of course, I think every high school should teach a cold calling class. And if you're not, you're way, 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 way behind. And every college, every university should, especially business, anything, I think. Any college on the campus should have a cold calling class. But I think her name's Cody Sanchez. Is it? She's freaking awesome. She's absolute no BS. She would crush your soul. If you spent a day with her, much less like a week, she would make you more efficient. Because I think your title should be Jackson Inefficient Meadows. But when she was talking about, and by the way, I want that on my drop so that I can drop it because it's not real long. But she's talking about people that take forever. I've mentioned this. I was on 38 last year, and this lady in front of me took 47 minutes to order because I got up early. I walk over to this cool little breakfast place, and it takes her 47 minutes to order her latte. And I just wanted to... And then I didn't know that she was ordering these lattes for her 3 and 5-year-old. They won't be screwed in life or anything, right? All right. So this should be taught in every high school, undergrad, and NBA school in the country as far as, first of all, self-awareness, right? Understanding time and place, which a lot of people don't, right? They have no get it, walk in a room, zero. All right, do we have it? All right, this is Cody Sanchez talking about how you need to get your blank together.
Tell me how long it takes you to order at a counter, and I will show you your bank account.
Why?
I was at a counter, like one does, a coffee shop. A lady in front of you takes 4 centuries to order a coffee and a muffin. What I realized very quickly is, if you want to get something done, you give it to a busy person. That's why they say you should take somebody to dinner before you hire them, or take them out to lunch, see how they treat the staff. But I also think, see how quickly they make decisions, because people who take forever to order when they stand in line, one, are really comfortable inconveniencing somebody else around them, which means they have limited self-awareness, maybe borderline narcissism. And then simultaneously, they're not very efficient at the things that don't really matter. And so if we know we are here for a finite amount of time, why spend so much time on that? Show me.
That is so good. So many life lessons and business lessons in that. When I spoke to a group last year at a college, I referenced that, and it was interesting, the feedback. But yeah, when you're in line, now I don't do that a lot. My whole life has been spent getting here and doing a show. Now, when I'm on the road, it's different. So every now and then I am at a hotel and I go down to the lobby to get a cup of coffee, right? But I hope that they just have the little coffee thing there for you, right? You're at the Marriott, blah, 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 and you just get coffee. But when they don't have that and you have to go to Starbucks, you run into, you got a percentage of people who get it and who need to get through the, want to get through the line. And then you have the people who don't get it and take forever to order. And those are I don't get it people. And I'm trying to run away from them. Don't you think she nailed it?
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not, the narcissistic tendencies, maybe there's something there, sure.
Lack of self-awareness.
Yeah, I think she may possess a little narcissism to herself as well.
Okay.
I think everyone has to, though.
Okay.
That if you're going to be decently successful, you kind of have to.
Okay.
Because if I don't believe in myself, why would you believe in
or
me?
you could call it extreme self-confidence.
Yeah, we'll
fair
go with
enough.
that, yeah.
You can go, some people can run it a bunch of different ways, but I get exactly where you're going. I think you're going the right, you're looking through the windshield right now.
Yeah, it's a
not the rear view mirror.
She's definitely right.
Yeah.
Especially with something like coffee. I mean,
but if you're so again, I'm not one to go through places in the morning because we need to be here.
Right.
It's just it doesn't make me important or anything like that. It's just our schedule.
Right.
And of course I didn't drink coffee until my 40s. So that wasn't, the only time I would do that was like when Wendy and I were traveling together and she enjoyed coffee. Well, I'd get up and just go get her a coffee. This for years before I drank coffee. But there are people who sit there and stare at the damn menu. Well, first of all, you've been in line.
Right.
So stop talking and know what you want to order at the QSR.
Yeah, why are you there?
Okay, quick service restaurant. Right? I mean, and I don't care where you are. I mean, QSR is the next wave of restaurants. You see it everywhere. And I mean, look at what Nukes did. All right. Steven came up with his concept, Burgers, Blues, Barbecue. You order at the counter. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Know what you need to do. Okay. So do you agree? I agree.
I mean,
I knew it even before she said that. It was part of my 5 commandments of life.
Right.
But Cody Sanchez nailed one of the 5 commandments of life.
Yeah. She's right.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
I mean, especially, like I said, in the morning, it's a whole lot different. Whole lot different. People are moving and grooving, got places to be. I don't remember the last time I went through anywhere in the morning.
What?
I don't do anything in the morning.
Well, you wouldn't. The only reason you would be sleeping till 11, but you have to be the executive producer of this show.
That's a good point. 11.
And somewhat a co-host.
11.
So, I get that you're not going to breakfast places.
Unless I stay up.
Well, that doesn't count.
Well, that's happened. That's happened recently. You got to play through sometimes.
You got to play through. Okay.
Yeah. Like wedding weekend.
I mean, I'm not a Starbucks fan anyway.
I'm not going to Starbucks.
But if I'm on the road and I'm staying at a hotel, which is a lot, then boom, that's what we do. Now, what's great when I broadcast from Dancing Rabbit Golf Club, they have the coffee. That's easy. It's just the coffee's right there. Boom. Get coffee, go out to the back porch, do the show.
But they have good coffee.
and they have great breakfast biscuits. Dancing Rabbit Golf Club has great breakfast biscuits. Those ladies, first of all, they're super sweet, and they love me for some reason. They go with the cup bacon, egg, and cheese. I guess bacon, ham, and cheese.
Oh, yeah.
And then also just bacon, egg.
Yeah, ham, egg, cheese.
Thank you. Yeah, that's right. Which are you more of a bacon, egg, cheese biscuit or a ham, egg, cheese?
Ham, egg, cheese croissant, which.
Okay.
The croissant bread.
You like the croissant bread?
Love it.
Okay. Got it.
It's best.
I'm not a big croissant guy, but when I was in the Dominican Republic a couple of years ago for Wilkes's senior party, the food there wasn't any good. So I knew I had to, I lost 11 pounds down there. I'd eat a croissant in the little VIP breakfast area every morning while getting my beverage of choice. And that would, you could make it. And then you could eat fries about 1:00. And then you just had to pray at night. Yeah. But I thought that was a good way to do it. So their croissants were fresh, and that helped. I've got homemade bread over there.
Nice.
Wendy's back in town. When she got back in town yesterday, she made homemade bread.
She baked it.
She baked it. Like she put it over by the fireplace to make it grow.
She's a baker.
And then she baked it last night. I cut off a piece right before I left. Right before I went back to shower and go to sleep, and went ahead and put some butter on it, and then put it in something, and that way it was ready to roll.
That's smooth.
Thinking ahead.
Yeah,
see, I pulled a Cody Sanchez. I thought ahead.
Just proper planning.
Proper planning.
Simple.
There you go, my man. Man, what a good day. Chris Doring and the Spurrier Awards, and then will you put Cody Sanchez on this computer?
Yeah, I will.
I want to drop it 400 times this year so that we can really hopefully have an impact on the people. All right.
That's what people need.
Lunch today brought to you by the world famous meatball. It's fabulous. It's an appetizer, but if you pair it with a Caesar, that's perfect for lunch. It Tastes Italian Kitchen in the Renaissance. It's so good. I had the Cooper's Philly earlier in the week. That sandwich is an absolute heater, according to Jackson Meadows. So, boom. Ooh, what are we doing here?
Hot take.
No, I meant to do this.
Ooh, baby.
Wood-fired pizzas at Taste Italian Kitchen.
Ooh, baby.
The calamari at Taste Italian Kitchen.
Ooh, baby.
All right. We got a special guest coming in studio at 9, and then another one, Richard DeWeese, Madison Ridgeland Academy, 44 years, won the overall title in his last game. He'll join us live in studio at 9:30. Back in a second.
WRKS Pickens Jackson.
All systems go.
Live from the Whiskey 61 Lounge inside the Bank Plus studio.
This is Out of Order.
Live in the studio. It's the Out of Bounds Show with Bo Bounds. Streaming live worldwide on the Out of Bounds radio app. And on your radio at ESPN 105.9. All set? Let's go. The Zone.
All right, good morning. Welcome into the Out of Bounds Show.
Hot take.
ESPN 105.9 The Zone. Richard DeWeese will join us live in studio at 9:30. He won the overall championship last night in his final game as the MRA basketball coach. He beat JA in the championship game at Mississippi College. 44 years. He's already in the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame, but he ended it. You didn't want to go out like Mike Krzyzewski. Not that Coach K is not one of the GOATs and one of the greatest of all time, but I was at that Final Four a few years ago in New Orleans, and Krzyzewski got beat in the semifinals by rival North Carolina and Hubert Davis. I know, one of the best basketball games, if not the best, I've ever been to, because it was like 73-72. But when you're playing a rival in your last game and you're already the GOAT and a Hall of Famer like Coach DeWeese, you want to win. They won last night over Jackson Academy. So, and it was a double-digit win. So it was a little bit of, I thought it'd be like a 2 to 4 point game. And they did what they needed to do. All right, the show is brought, we were talking about this during the break. So we'll say the show is brought to you by delicious Tito's Espresso Martini late this afternoon at one of our great restaurants that we represent. This is 105.9 The Zone ESPN. Our friend David Rula, kind enough to connect us with another sports person, and Adam Gordon, longtime assistant basketball coach at the collegiate level, now with Clutch Sports. And Adam, good morning. How you doing, my man?
Good morning, Bo. I'm doing great. I was at that game last night. Coach DeWeese, I learned the winningest active high school coach in America.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. So it's a
Hold
pleasure.
on, let's say that again. Winningest active high school coach in America.
How about that? A legend. A legend. Unbelievable way to go out to. It was a great game.
So you've been in big games, and you know how hard it is to win. Think about what was going through his mind. 44 years at MRA. He happens to be playing a rival in the overall championship game in his last game. You know how much he wanted to win.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, like most coaches, he probably was thinking on, just doing one thing at a time,
Right.
next right play, but I'm sure
Right.
there was a lot of emotion behind that. And
Yeah.
I was happy to see him go out with that win.
Was it a good crowd?
It was a great crowd, unbelievable game. Eric Dampier Jr. put on a show. He's incredible.
Dude, he scored 25 points, I think, last night. I saw that dunk at the end when he got fouled. Talking about a hell of a player.
Yeah, he's really good. And not just the scoring, which he did at a really effective clip. I think he was 12 for 14, but the way he rebounds, blocks shots, I mean, he's pretty electric.
Yeah.
It was pretty impressive to see out there. It was a good game. They kept hanging around, and we kind of went down to the wire there.
Eric Dampier's son is one of the players. They've got some other talented players, but Eric's son's number one in his class, or top 2 or 3, in his class as a sophomore, Rula?
Yep.
Yeah.
Class of 28.
Class of 28. So that's, and I got to see Damp yesterday, so that was fun. And I know how excited he was. He was on the bench, and on the sideline too. All right. So how many years, Adam Gordon on the Out of Bounds show? How many years did you coach basketball?
So I coached for 17 seasons.
Okay.
A little bit at every level. I coached at Clemson. I coached at Mississippi State.
Yeah.
A couple years of junior college basketball. A couple years of D2. A couple different low majors. So I kind of moved back and forth across the country. It was a lot of fun. A lot of great people and a lot of great memories for sure.
So you were in the ACC and the SEC at times. And where'd you grow up?
I grew up in California. I went to school in Florida and then got right into coaching.
When did you move from California to Florida?
College. So when I was 18, I went to University of Tampa.
Okay. All right. So where did you grow up in California?
Just outside, like an hour north of Los Angeles.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. hour north of L.A. Did you always have the hoops bug, or was it something else?
Always wanted to.
With the Lakers, how old are you?
I'm 42, about to be 42.
Okay,
41.
so you caught the Kobe and then Kobe Shaq and all that.
Yeah. Well,
Do I have that timeline kind of right?
That's right. Well, my earliest memories were
Magic?
Kareem,
Okay.
Worthy. My first game ever was the Lakers versus the Suns when they had Charles Barkley. I remember it vividly. Final score was, I think, 98-86. Lakers won. And it was still like the tail end of Showtime Lakers.
Okay.
And it was awesome. I remember being in the Forum at the time, and everything was purple and gold. And it was really cool. And then, yes, when I was in high school was the Kobe Shaq era.
Right.
So
you lived the dream. So you got a little bit of magic.
I was a little spoiled
at the end. We were talking about Pat Riley yesterday.
The man.
And the statue that they unveiled in your hometown, basically, over the weekend. We had some audio from it. And, we dropped some magic audio in D-Wade.
Should have dropped James Worthy.
Okay.
Talking about the Celtics and how it's disrespectful to the Lakers jersey to even perform like that on Pat Riley's statue at Baylink.
I read that. I did read that. So you grew up an L.A. kid, love the Lakers.
Yep.
And then you go to University of Tampa.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get into coaching.
Yes, right away.
Okay.
Yeah. Went to University of Tampa to play on the team, ended up being a practice player, and then a manager, kind of shifted over to being a manager and student assistant. And then, like a week after I graduated college, I was a junior college assistant coach at Central Florida Community College.
Nice. Orlando.
Making like $7,000 a year, Ocala.
$7,000
a year. They gave me a dorm and a meal card to the cafeteria, and I felt like I had won the lottery. I was living the dream.
$7,000 a year and a meal card,
and it was awesome. Honestly, it was like two of the best. It was probably the most fun I've had in coaching, just because I was so young. And
I
you're
get
living
it.
with the players.
You're broke.
And,
you don't care.
Exactly.
You just, that's cool. Did y'all have some good players go through the JUCO program?
Yeah, we were really good. Our first year we made it to the state championships.
Nice.
We probably had about 8 Division I type guys. They didn't all end up Division I academically. You got to hit certain benchmarks.
Sure.
But we had some really good players.
Okay. Adam Gordon. Now with Clutch Sports.
Yes.
After a 20-year career in coaching.
I coached for a while. Then I ran a company called Rising Coaches that helped guys break into the industry. Okay. And we sold that. And then I worked for a search firm, and athletic directors would hire us to help their
like
coaching
Parker
search.
And places like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I worked for a company called Renaissance Search.
Yeah.
We did a lot of work with Vanderbilt during that time. And
okay.
Yeah. Then
was that fun?
Oh, it was a blast.
I bet that was cool.
I loved the search space.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. You're just helping solve puzzles and helping, ADs and coaches connect and find the right fit.
Making sure everything's lined up and background checks.
Yeah, a lot of secret meetings and keeping everything confidential and under wraps. But
you kind of feel like you're in, I don't know, like special forces or something. I mean, there's a lot of espionage.
I feel like it's high stakes and secret conversations for sure.
Yeah, I feel like some of that's changing in the world of collegiate athletics. But you were obviously in it when it was. Some ADs aren't as close to the vest as they used to be.
Yeah.
As far as searches, the NFL will just tell you, we're interviewing so-and-so. We're interviewing John Harbaugh today. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
And we're interviewing, Matt LaFleur today. But in college, it's like real secret.
Yeah, it is. And there's an element of ADs wanting to protect themselves and have a third party kind of gauge interest. And, but yeah, it is a like.
Will the wife move? Will the kids be up? Right. Yeah. Okay. All right, we're taking it. We'll do another segment with Adam Gordon, Clutch Sports, and he's going to tell us what they're doing at Clutch Sports. Like, what's the main thing that they do? And then we'll have Richard DeWeese on at 9:30. He may already be here. Head basketball coach at MRA, who won the championship last year. Last night, Adam was at the game. David Rula in the house. And the show is brought to you by an absolutely delicious Tito's Espresso Martini. Back in a second. All right, the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone, driven by your next GMC Sierra truck, GMC Yukon, Fowler, GMC Pearl Brandon. Great selection, pre-owned and new. GMC Sierra trucks and GMC Yukons at Fowler, GMC Pearl Brandon. We'll have Richard DeWeese in 15 minutes, head basketball coach for MRA. And in his last year, they won the championship overall against JA out at Mississippi College. He'll join us. 44 years there at MRA, which is incredible. 44 years at Madison Ridgeland Academy, and wins it last night, going out a champion, which is a ton of fun. He's already in the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame. So Richard DeWeese will join us. If you want to watch the show, you can go to YouTube. Search Out of Bounds Sports. We've got the cameras rolling this morning. We have special guest Adam Gordon, 20 years coach at just about every level, including at Mississippi State. And he joins us live in studio. He was at the game last night. He saw Little Damp, and if that's what you want to call him, Little Damp, who was unbelievable last night, and MRA with the win over JA. Adam Gordon joining us on 105.9 The Zone ESPN. So you're now with Clutch Sports. Tell us what you're doing and what Clutch Sports does.
Yeah, absolutely. So Clutch Sports is one of the biggest sports agencies in the country, and they work with and represent some of the best athletes both in the NBA and in the NFL, baseball, all of the above, and our parent company UTA represents some of the biggest, every movie star, musician you can think of. So it's really a full service talent agency, and it's really cool to be, a part of something like that and be around some great people.
And you joined them about a year ago? Yeah,
about a year ago, and I work in the coaches and executives division. So primarily I'm working with college coaches, but we also have, 6 NBA head coaches and several GMs. And so it's been a lot of fun to get to build this college division, but do it with a company that has some real juice and influence like that.
All right. So can you tell us a couple of the NBA coaches that are with y'all?
Sure. We got Ty Lue, David Adelman, Tiago Splitter. I know I'm going to forget it, Mitch Johnson.
Nice.
So off the top.
And y'all are in the staffing.
Yes.
Right?
Yep.
And that's something that you help with.
Yeah, well, I did a lot of that with my previous job with Renaissance Search. We would help staff, programs and help athletic directors hire their staff.
Sure. All right. Well, what do you think about the new Vanderbilt staff?
Yeah, well, that was a search that we did a couple years ago. Mark Byington has definitely made us look good and has knocked it out of the park. It's unbelievable what Vanderbilt's done with their athletic department just really across the board. Candace is phenomenal. Candace Lee, the athletic director there, and they're aligned from like top to bottom, and they've invested. And so it's amazing what you can accomplish, when those things fall into place.
And Rick Ray's on that staff.
He is. That was a cool full circle moment. My guy, Rick Ray, I worked for him for 3 years at Mississippi State and worked for him also at Southeast Missouri State, also after Mississippi State. And
y'all were together at Clemson. He wasn't the head coach there.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yeah. 1 year at Clemson together. I was there for 3 years. So I worked 2 years for Oliver Purnell and then Brad Brownell's first year.
Okay.
We had some good teams. That was fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah. Rick Stansberry almost took that job.
Yeah, there was a lot. I do. I remember those conversations, and our athletic director at the time, Terry Don Phillips, really liked Stans.
Terry Don Phillips is the one that went with Dabo.
Yeah, TDP.
Dabo referenced him because he was the interim coach. He didn't have to keep him.
I was a GA on the Clemson basketball staff when that happened.
Are you serious?
I was in my first year, and we would play noon ball together. Like Dabo's a big pickup basketball guy,
right?
And he was, I believe, the quarterbacks coach / assistant offensive coordinator. Yeah, wide receivers, excuse me.
Yeah.
And, he went from co-offensive coordinator to head coach. I've never seen someone so ready for a job as Dabo. He just kind of pounced on that opportunity. It was really cool to see that transition.
He's given Terry Don Phillips a lot of credit because he won a few games as the interim, but they lost too. He didn't have to keep him, retain him. He does, like you said. And Dabo ends up playing for coaching for 4 national championships and winning 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Spurrier owned Clemson for a while, which is unheard of in that rivalry, as you know, and yet Terry Don Phillips stayed with Dabo.
Well, Dabo flipped the mindset there.
Okay.
I mean, he kind of, from day one, was like, we're not going to be this quote-unquote, Clemsoning out of a season where you start off great and then tail it at the end.
Yeah.
He really changed the mindset of the program and the fan base. And then obviously won a couple national championships, and he cemented himself. Now we got to get back there. We got to get back to that level. But.
Yeah. Adam Gordon on the Out of Bounds show. He's with Clutch Sports, sports marketing agency, or what is it?
Yeah, agency.
Yeah,
yep.
Perfect. Why is Mark Byington? Did I say that right?
That's right. Yep.
All right, he's at Vanderbilt. They're going to the tournament. It was a quick turnaround.
Yes.
Why is that? Why is he so good? Tell me what it is about him and what they've done at Vanderbilt, because Stackhouse couldn't quite get it going. Why have they been able to come in and win?
Well, Mark is elite offensive mind. He's one of the best in the game offensively, putting his players in position. But they've also just done an unbelievable job with their roster construction both years. Year one, they did a great job in the transfer portal and got enough talent to get them into the tournament. And now year two, they've increased the talent level a little more. Obviously, they did inherit Tyler Tanner, who's their tremendous sophomore point guard, who signed with Jerry Stackhouse initially. So they did get lucky to inherit him, and he's awfully good. But they've increased their talent level. They find guys that fit their system really well. Mark empowers those guys to go make plays. And they also have great kids. And I think when you have great kids who work hard and want to be good, I mean, that's definitely – you got to have talent, but that's a recipe for success for sure.
Yeah, we're in transition here this year with Jans and Beard missing on the portal. I mean, I think it's a fine line. Do you agree right now?
It's a really fine line, and the portal recruiting season happens so fast. You got about
10 seconds.
I was going to say 10 days, but it feels like 10 seconds to figure out who you want to go get. And then how do you figure out, if they personality-wise, if they're a fit. It's a lot to figure out. It's very complex and a little harder than it seems probably from sidelines, but it is crucial at this point. If you miss on a couple kids in the portal, it can, make your season a lot more difficult.
And Todd Golden nailed it last year, and they won the national championship. And a lot of those guys weren't that highly recruited. They were but they ended up meshing, like you said. He found about 6 of them. In the chemistry, and it was
no question. But Beard and Jans are phenomenal coaches.
Oh, they're good, no doubt.
And they'll be right back in the mix. And they're in the mix now. I mean, Mississippi State has won a couple lately, and they got a big one tonight at Alabama. So hopefully they can go in there and pull it off.
Yeah, Nate Oates, good Lord, he owns Jans. So I don't know how that's going to work. But Mark Byington
That's
at
right.
Vanderbilt. All right, then you got Golden's going. Sean Miller's coming around at Texas.
Yep. Arkansas is awfully good. this year.
Cal's got a good team.
Yep.
That Cal, he's got a damn good team.
He's really good. They got some really talented young players. Kentucky's starting to play well.
Yeah, I like Pope getting feisty after the Auburn game over the weekend.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yep. He got fined.
He did, $25K. I saw that.
Yeah.
Even after talking to Barnhart.
He can afford that, right?
Hell yeah. Well, UK's paying it for him. It was good to see you, Adam.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me on.
Best of luck to you, too.
Appreciate it, Bo.
Adam Gordon, Clutch Sports on the Out of Bounds show. Coming up next, Coach Richard DeWeese wins another overall title in his last game at Madison Ridgeland Academy after 44 years, and he'll talk to us about last night, losing a point guard, still winning it, and the journey and how much golf, or if he's heading to the beach or the mountains, or what's going to happen here now that he's not going to be coaching basketball like 3,000 hours a year. Back in a second. All right, here we go. The Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone, is brought to you by Madison Ridgeland Academy and everything that they're doing both academically and athletically. Beth Yerger made sure to send me some information this morning, and we love her for that. We've got the Hall of Fame coach live in studio. You can go to YouTube, search Out of Bounds Sports. Richard DeWeese, in his 44th year at MRA, wins the overall championship at Mississippi College last night over JA. And we were talking to him during the break. Coach DeWeese, congratulations on winning the championship in your last game.
Well, thank you, Bo. I don't think it could have turned out any better. I think it was just the Lord's way of saying, look, you've been a good and faithful servant. Enjoy it.
What was yesterday like? Starting in the morning after, I mean, you've been in championship games forever. You've won a ton of titles as boys and girls coach. We get that. But you knew that this was your last game. What was it like?
Well, I mean, I tried not to let it interfere.
Right.
So, I mean, we practiced. You know, we went to practice at 10 o'clock and went for about an hour and a half going over JA stuff because we hadn't played them in 2 months.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, and so, you know, we got that taken care of. We went to get something to eat and just try to, you know, stay focused on winning the game.
Yeah.
You know, I'm so competitive. Winning and losing is very important to me. And our guys were like that this year. And I think they wanted to win for me.
Yeah.
As well as themselves and their family and our school. So, and you know, we had 2 seniors on the team. That was it. And they did a great job.
Was one of them the point guard that you lost a week ago?
Yeah. One of them was the point guard, Evan Carr, and then Will Bezot.
He's a hell of an athlete.
Good athlete.
Yeah.
He really is.
And so you're marching through the season and you lose Evan Carr. And what'd you think over the next 24 to 48 hours?
Well, I don't really want to say what I think over the radio. I mean, because, you know, we lost him in the state championship game.
Right.
And, you know, so he broke his jaw and cracked his chin in 2 places, had 3 plates put in his mouth wired shut. And you know, and I couldn't understand why he couldn't play with a cage on and just go on and do it. But, you know, it hurts to lose your point guard.
Sure.
But we were very fortunate and blessed to have Xavier Carr, who had come over from Northwest Rankin this year as a junior. And the first, you know, 7, 8, 9 games of the year, you know, he was our point guard.
Oh, okay.
And we beat some really nice teams, and he did a great job. And he took a step back when he went to the bench and became our 6th man. But he really stepped up last night. He was a difference maker last night.
So your team was resilient. I mean, you go through it, you lose a starter as you're marching towards the championship, and other people stepped up.
Right. I mean,
you've been coaching that, you've been preaching that for years.
Yeah, but even in the Hartfield game in the semifinals, we lose Damp to fouling out. You know, and they're going nuts because he just fouled out, and they think they have a shot.
Right.
And our 5 guards, we go 5 out offense, and we score the next 10 points.
Did you really?
Yeah. So they just refused to lose. They found ways to win.
Richard DeWeese, head basketball coach, MRA, another overall title. He joins us on ESPN 105.9 The Zone. So y'all went 37-2. Is that your best record?
That's our best boys record that we've ever had.
I didn't know that. That's incredible. Did you feel last August, September, as you're getting ready, you're practicing, you're getting ready for this long marathon season, did you feel like you had that kind of team?
Well, we knew we were going to be pretty good. We were young. I mean, you know, we played 3 sophomores a lot, 2 juniors, 2 seniors. So those were our guys. And those 3 sophomores, of course, you got Dampier, and then you have Caden Harvey and Aiden Thompson, who came off the bench.
Okay.
Really, really going to be special players these next 2 years. And
it's a nice nucleus.
So it's a great it's going to be a great team for the next couple of years. And the main thing is just keep Dampier feeding them the ball and feed me, coach, and we'll be pretty good.
Richard DeWeese on ESPN 105.9 The Zone, brought to you by Madison Ridgeland Academy. So, boys and girls won overall, and that doesn't happen often. 4 times in the MAIS history. Unbelievable. How about that?
Yeah. I think the last time for us was, 2007?
Okay.
2007 when I had that heart flurry and Ross had to take over in the championship game.
I remember that.
Against Park Lane. And then our girls beat Leak that day.
Which is a powerhouse.
Which was a powerhouse really back then too. I mean, really good. And then our guys won it with Brandon Bolin and that group.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
was a strong group. And so, but it's been since 2007 since we've done that again.
What year did you give up coaching both?
It wasn't long enough ago, but
2002? Okay.
2002. You know, Bo, this is the amazing thing, and I bet we're probably the only high school in the country that can make this claim, that we've only had 2 coaches coach the boys and girls over the last 44 years. Only 2 coaches. And I hired Force in 2002, and he's been with me since then. And
that's right. You were the athletic director by then, and so you hired Stephen Force. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah. And it was the and I didn't even like him. He had quit coming to my camp, so I was mad at him.
I love it.
But I had guys that came in that did come to camp, and I did like. But when I talked to Force, I wanted somebody special for that job.
Right.
Our girls deserved it, and he was that guy. And
well, you coach toughness. He does too.
Yeah, and look, it was a perfect marriage for us, and he's done a great job for our school.
So MRA won girls and boys last night, and it's happened 4 times in MAIS, MPSA, whatever history. Okay, twice at MRA. All right, I didn't even put that together. You hired Stephen Force. That's cool to replace you.
Yeah,
and you were the athletic director.
Yeah,
I think that's kind of worked out.
I could not get a coach fast enough.
I bet you couldn't.
I really couldn't. And
I can't believe you did it that. When I was a kid and when I was playing for you, I didn't realize. I mean, every single day you had to go through both practices. But then when you were playing, when you were coaching those nights against Jay, Prep, Park Lane, one of the Delta schools, that's a long journey. Laying it all out on the line in the girls' game, then you had to reboot and get the guys ready.
And Bo, it was not fair to the guys, really, because after 2 hours of practice with the girls, then you started 2 hours of practice with the guys.
Right.
And then, like, when it came state tournament time, like I remember 5 or 6, 7 times we were in the finals of both. I have the girls' championship that afternoon and then turn around and have the boys' championship that night. And if you lose the girls' championship, you're still upset.
You're miserable
about that. Yeah,
absolutely.
And so, so look, it was time, and Stephen's done a great job.
And congratulations to Stephen Force,
absolutely,
and all the girls.
Look, very, very.
Is Stanton Toller's daughter on that team? And Witt? Yeah. That's great. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. I thought I saw Witt last night on TV when I was watching the last part of the boys' game.
Presley has signed with West Florida.
That's great.
Yeah, yeah. So she's going there, but Annie Toller had a great last 2-week tournament.
Good.
She was really, really good, and was a key to us winning the championship.
That's awesome. Richard DeWeese on the Out of Bounds Show, brought to you by Madison Ridgeland Academy, and he wins another overall title. How many is that, Ross? How many is it, Coach? Do you remember?
16 overalls.
16 overalls.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
42 states.
40. Okay. And so yesterday, the march towards this was kind of a a perfect season. I mean, let's just be honest. You've won so much. There are other people who would have loved to beat you on the way down the stretch.
You think?
Yeah, okay. I know. And that's a compliment.
I understand.
Okay.
I understand.
I mean, you're already in the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame. You've done everything, but you wanted to win. You capped this off with a 37-2 record and a championship.
But Bo, you got to understand how competitive I am. Last year we were 17-13, and we brought 4 of those guys back for starters this year.
Okay.
So
you were really young last year.
Well, we had 2 seniors last year. One started, but we lost about 6 to 7 games by 5 points or less, and we beat some really nice teams. We just couldn't quite close the deal.
I got you.
Evan Carr was not the point guard last year that he was this year.
Sure.
Dampier was not the post player last year that he was this year, and all the other guys combined. I mean, their work ethic was really good this year, and
chemistry, right?
The chemistry was great. Locker room was great. They took care of each other, and I've always said if they do not care who scores, as long as we score,
right,
we're gonna win.
Right.
And I've told you guys when you played and other teams, I don't really care about winning and losing. And if we lose and we play as hard as we possibly can play,
right, then
that's okay. Right. That's all right. We just weren't good enough that day.
Right.
But if we play and lose and we don't play hard, that's what excites me to seek revenge.
Sure.
You understand?
Yeah, absolutely.
There's got to be consequences to your actions.
Did it drive you crazy this offseason? That last year didn't line up the way you wanted?
Yeah. I mean, because,
May, June, July?
I think we've made the overall tournament 41 out of 44 years. And last year we didn't make it, and it killed me because I went to see the girls play, and then I had to stay to watch JA and Prep play in the boys finals. But, it was just.
That's the next player calling. Or an athletic director that wants to hire you. Richard DeWeese on ESPN 105.9 The Zone. I did not realize that. So you made 41 of 44 overall tournaments. You did not make it last year. It drove you crazy because you're so competitive. And then, boom, y'all have this historic run going 37-2 and winning the state and overall.
Yeah.
You've had some great teams.
I have. I've been very blessed.
I mean, you have had some unbelievable teams, some that haven't won it and some that have.
Yeah.
Was this your best team?
I don't know if it was my best team, but I tell you, they were as good as any team we've had in 2 areas, passing the ball and defense.
Yeah.
They guarded. I mean, they just, where I think Jack Dalton, I would put him on their best player.
Right.
Like Pepper Wilson for because when you have Damp behind you,
sure, you
can go out and face guard these other guys and put more heat on them, their best players. Pepper Wilson's a great player for Hartfield in the semifinals. Well, Jack Dalton holds him to 6 points. That's huge. Zay Carr holds Timmy Sing-Sing's boy to 5 points. So you give up 11 points to their 2 leading scorers, you're going to win most of those games. But when Damp's back there, and like last night had 8 blocked shots, 12 rebounds, 25 points, and, it makes life a lot better.
Sure. He was 12 of 14. I mean, talk about I know you preach efficiency. Talking about efficient. Is that right, Ross? He was 12 of 14 from the floor? How about that?
I mean,
with people all over him.
But look, it was not just all dunks. I mean, he really made some nice moves. He made some 6-8 foot hook shots, left and right handed. He, the turnaround jump shot. He's just getting better and better and better. I'm telling you, in 2 years, his senior year, we won't have college coaches in the gym watching. It'll be NBA coaches in the gym watching. So that's just the way it's going to be.
Out of Bounds, ESPN 105.9 The Zone, brought to you by Madison Ridgeland Academy. So have you, is it weird? It probably hasn't all sunk in yet, right? Because you're coming off the marathon of a season. You played 39 games, you won 37, and you just went and won the state and overall. Yeah. I mean, are we golfing? We're fishing. What are we going to do? Are you just going to soak this up for a little while and kind of chill out?
I'm just going to relax.
Yeah.
I have my daughter and my grandson here and my son-in-law here this weekend.
Good.
For the games. And, of course, my grandson's about 20 months old, and he the sad part is he acts like me. And so, so I'm going to enjoy that part. I'm going to try to go down, and they're moving into a new house end of March, and I'm going to go down and try to help take care of him for a little bit, and
how is it being a granddad?
Oh, it's awesome.
Good.
You'll
have him in a defensive stance by 2.5.
Look, his first triple syllable word was basketball. So we've got him probably 5 or 6 basketballs and 3 goals already, and but he's going to be a big boy. His dad's about 6'4", 6'5", and
nice.
And so, he's either going to be a beach bum living in Pensacola, or he's going to be a pretty good athlete.
I like it. That's a good area.
It's a great area. I enjoy that area.
I bet.
Yeah.
Coach DeWeese on the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. This is kind of a storybook ending. It is. It's a move. Because, this, over an hour and a half, 2 hours, you can get basketball, one dude gets hot, you don't know you know this. You've been in thousands of games. This is a storybook ending. It's really magical.
It was almost divine.
Yeah.
But look, I've been very, very, very blessed. Very blessed. The Lord has provided for me, and I just kept praying our guys would play their best. Didn't pray, of course I do pray for victory too, but
sure.
I just prayed that we would do the best we could with the ability he's given us, and they did.
30. Who'd you lose to this year?
We lost to the number 1 ranked team in Louisiana public school, Zachary, Louisiana.
Yeah.
They beat us at JA by 5.
Okay.
And they were averaging about 80 a game. Great team. But we went 6 for 14 from the free throw line. It cost us that game. And we lost to Columbus High over at St. Andrews in a showcase game by 4. And, it's just a game that I'd love to play again.
Sure.
They had a dandy dozen that hit 5 or 6 threes on us. That was really good. So, but those were the two. But, we beat the number 1 ranked team in Alabama, 7A school, Oxford.
Nice. I know Oxford.
They we beat them by 16.
Beautiful
in
town.
Corinth at the Lighthouse.
Okay.
And so that was a great win for our guys, and then everything else that we won this year.
So you didn't lose an MAIS game?
No. That's always nice, isn't it?
Yeah. How many times do you know, Ross? How many times that's happened?
4 or 5.
Okay.
We went 75 straight games one stretch without losing the MAIS game.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the record, 75 straight.
Coach DeWeese on the Out of Bounds Show, 75 straight in MAIS. I hadn't gotten to talk to you on air since this happened. What was it like to be inducted into the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame?
Oh man, it was something I never really expected. It's tough for a high school coach to be put into into something like that, but especially a private school high school coach.
Yeah.
And but I think us playing all the schools that we've played over the years, and going to everywhere we've been, to California, to Florida, to Nevada, to all over, and getting to play against great public school teams as well as private school teams, I think that people realize that, look, private school's not so bad. I mean, we're pretty good teams, and so I think that helped a lot.
Yeah, I mean, across the board, Herbert Davis has been sending kids to P4 and G5. You've got a starter in the SEC right now. Baseball has sent G5, Power 4, all that. So I mean, it's across the board.
We have 5 or 6 playing college ball.
I mean, Bryce Chance is starting at Mississippi State.
Yeah,
he's an walk-on to starter.
Yeah,
you've got an assistant coach at Marquette. Is that right, Ross?
Neil Berry.
That's an incredible. I mean, he's with Shaka. That's an incredible story.
Yeah.
I'm sure Adam knows.
They better start winning some.
Oh, are they not doing well this year?
They're not doing as well this year as they have been.
Okay.
You got Franklin Miss Kelly.
Yes.
And then Harrison Alexander's playing for University of Illinois at Edwardsville.
Nice.
Trent Coleman's playing at Charleston Southern. Is that where he is?
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Philip Hughes at Delta State.
Good. Love to hear that.
Yeah.
And you said Witt's daughter is going to West Florida.
She's going to West Florida. Ashton McGee, who played for us for 2 years, is at Southern University.
I love it.
Yeah. So we've got them spread out around the country.
Yeah. So what are you going to do today?
I'm going to go up to the school and I'm going to have lunch with Force. We're going to go out and eat, talk about the good old days, and then
talking about being champs.
Yeah.
You got a high five.
I'm
Here,
gonna
give me a high five.
Absolutely.
Okay, so you and Force win it for Ross. You told me the fourth time. Second time in MRA history, fourth time in MAIS history. That is incredible. Force went, and who'd they beat? Simpsons girls. Yeah.
Tell you, Force does a great job, especially defensively too.
Guy's a maniac.
They just guard
like you were 20 years ago.
They guard. Now look, I went back this year.
I love it. Did you go back?
I went back.
1987, 1991. Richard
Get in
Deweese.
the corner behind Bo Bounds here. And let's do some step slides.
I love it. Well, look, congratulations. It's a storybook ending. 44 years at MRA and then 6 in the Delta at 2 different places. I think I got that right.
No, 7.
7.
3 at Manchester, 4 at Clarksdale Lee. But at Clarksdale Lee, I didn't coach boys. I just coached girls. And coached football.
Okay.
So that was one of the reasons I came to MRA, because I wanted to get back in boys coaching.
Right.
And they had a good coach in Robert Faust, and so that's when I came to Madison.
And when you were from the jump MRA, you coached boys and girls?
From the jump, yeah.
Until 2002?
Yeah, from 83 to 2002, 82, 83.
Another overall championship. Richard Deweese, 44 years at MRA and also in the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame. And they went 37-2 this year and didn't lose an MAIS game. Congratulations again. You and Coach Force enjoy a great lunch today. Both overall champions at MRA. Coach, I appreciate it.
Thank you, Bo. Enjoyed it.
Everybody have a great day. We'll be back here tomorrow, the Out of Bounds Show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. If you missed any of the show, it'll be on Spotify and Apple Podcast in the next 30 minutes.